I'm reading from Ken Wapnick's notes. And if you are a student of the course, of course, there's the text. And then there is the 365 lessons per day that you study. And so today we're on lesson 16, I have no neutral thoughts. This is really to teach us that every single thought we think is so powerful. Every single thought we think is so powerful. It creates this whole universe. It creates our whole life. It creates our whole experience. So there are no neutral thoughts. That is why we have to become so vigilant as to what we're thinking. We have to become so vigilant as to what thoughts are we entertaining. I don't even know where to look on here. Does it look like I'm looking at you when I'm looking here? It looks like I'm looking over here. I think it's just like here. You have no neutral thoughts. There's no such thing as a neutral thought. Every single thought creates. Even, look, in the personal development world, Napoleon Hill says thoughts are things. Earl Nightingale, we become what we think about. Thoughts truly are things. They are the things that create everything we see in this world. So if we can learn that, or we can at least grasp and understand that every thought we think has power, there are no neutral thoughts. We can learn this course. We can understand, we can unlearn anything that has been holding us back or causing us pain. We truly are in control. These are strong words, but upon their truth rests A Course in Miracles. Throughout the text, as well as at the heart of these lessons, is Jesus' overriding emphasis on the power of our minds to choose against God, which fact alone contains the promise of salvation. The mind that housed the separation thought is the only power in the universe that can save it. So the mind that came up with this thought of separation, that we could be separate from God, the mind that created this thought of separation is the only mind in the universe that can save ourselves from it, to think of ourselves as oneness rather than separate. And yet it has been this power that the ego has seemingly and successfully stifled and silenced by its plan to make a world and body rendering the Son of God mindless. Jesus' purpose in A Course in Miracles is simple. Restore to our awareness the power of our minds, that we may finally recognize our mistake, where it was made, and choose again. So basically, the Course in Miracles is saying our ego mind is 180 degrees away from the mind of God, because God is oneness and the ego mind is separateness. It's me, mine, separate. It's duality. It's our experience of this physical universe right now, duality. And so if we want to go back home, according to A Course, it's accepting everything as one, as oneness, as whole. There's no place where I stop and you start. We are all one. And so to really understand that the ego mind is a mind of separation and the mind of God is of oneness and wholeness. And so where do we want to dwell? Which mind will we dwell with? Oh, but the ego mind is here to not only teach us separation, but keep us mindless, keep us out of the mind that can save us and bring us home. Thus, this lesson reminds us that our thoughts are tremendously powerful. Indeed, that is the problem. We believe within the dream that these thoughts have destroyed God, heaven, and the Holy Spirit as well. We gave this belief such power, the power of guilt, that we had to deny the thoughts, project them out, and make up a world, all as a defense against what the ego told us. The tremendous power of our minds destroyed heaven. So this is a trip, and if you're not like really a student, it can sound a little out there if you don't understand the text yet. Basically, we had a crazy thought that we could be separate from God. Like we just thought, what if I could go on my own? And we forgot to laugh at that thought. How silly. Of course it's impossible. How can something that is oneness be separate? It's impossible. So we forgot to laugh at that thought, how silly that could be, and we took it serious. And then we felt so guilty that we thought that we totally denied it, suppressed it, projected it out, and pushed it out. And that is the creation of this world, our experience of the world. What I think is the Big Bang. One thought that exploded. And now we're here continuing to believe that it's true, that we could be separate. So this lesson reminds us that our thoughts are tremendously powerful. Indeed, that's the problem. That's the problem. It's the solution and it's the problem that our thoughts are so powerful. So our ego made us think that we totally destroyed heaven and we effed up so badly that there's no going back. And we have such guilt about it, unconscious guilt. That is why guilt is such a central concept in A Course in Miracles, for it tells us we have committed the unmentionable sin, destroying God and his love. Before we can understand these thoughts are literally nothing and have had no effects, we first must get in touch with the power these thoughts are having in our dreams. That is the purpose of this lesson.